How's it going, everyone? I've got a really fun class setup for you today named Engineer, which is based on those new pieces of hacking equipment. And I know from the comments of my previous class setups, a lot of people have been looking forward to this one. So this is going to be a Black Ops 2 class setup using high-tech futuristic devices to hack, destroy and sabotage enemy equipment and score streaks. So let's jump straight in with a look at some weapons and accessories for this Engineer loadout. We'll want to choose a weapon from the SMG category in order to achieve that full mobility. We're looking for a weapon that fits into that futuristic theme, and while most of the weapons in Black Ops 2 were kind of designed with a futuristic style, they're all still based on real world weapons, but the PDW-57 is the most conceptual weapon in the game. The closest match you can make to a real world weapon would be the P90, but as you can see from its appearance, it's far removed from the P90's modern day looks. So this is the kind of custom built weapon we'd use as a futuristic engineer. To continue with this futuristic theme, we'll go with the millimeter scanner, just like from that old Total Recall movie. The millimeter scanner just sends out those pulse waves in order to detect enemies behind walls, and it fits in perfectly with this high-tech futuristic theme. Now the main point of this class is to use those new high-tech pieces of equipment, so we'll go with the Tactician Wildcard in order to equip two tactical choices. The first choice we'll want to make is that Black Hat PDA. This is really the main point of this engineer kit, in that it gives you that ability to hack enemy pieces of equipment. When you're running around in game and you see enemy shock charges or bouncing betties, you can quickly pull out your Black Hat PDA and hack them to convert them for your own team. And while we could save a point and go with two Black Hat PDAs instead of using that Tactician Wildcard and going with a shock charge, I think the shock charge fits in perfectly with this high-tech theme. You can make use of it to stun your enemies and give you an advantage in a gunfight. So moving on, let's take a look at some perks and score streaks for this engineer setup. Ghost is going to give us a couple of abilities that will fit in perfectly with this engineer setup. Firstly, it'll make sure we're not detectable by UAVs, which is always handy in everyday gameplay. But another ability we can make use of with the Ghost perk is that it prevents you from being detected while using your score streak rewards, and we're going to be using a couple of drones later on in the score streak setup. So Ghost is going to keep us safe while we're busy playing around with our big boys toys. We're going to go with the perk 2 Greed Wildcard in order to equip two tier 2 perks. The two choices we're going to make are Hardwired and Cold Blooded. Not only does the name Hardwired fit in perfectly with an engineer loadout, but its abilities of making you immune to counter UAV and EMP also fit in perfectly with this theme and follow on nicely from the immunity to UAVs from Ghost. To continue making ourselves immune to enemy devices, equipment and score streaks, we'll go with the Cold Blooded perk. Cold Blooded makes you invisible to enemy targeting systems like that target finder or the millimeter scanner, and it also means you won't show up as a target for any enemy drones that players are flying around. Then finally, the engineer setup wouldn't be complete without the engineer perk. The main benefit this is going to grant us is being able to see those enemy pieces of equipment highlighted in red. So this is going to give us the perfect opportunity to sneak around with our Black Hat and hack, sabotage and destroy those items. So let's finish off this loadout with a look at some score streak rewards. One benefit of the engineer perk I didn't mention was the ability to re-roll care packages. So we might as well make use of this ability and equip the care package score streak reward. Now you can imagine a futuristic engineer making all kinds of battle drones in his spare time. So we'll equip two drones for our other score streak rewards that we can fly and drive around and just have fun with in game. The first of which is the little remote controlled helicopter of death, the Dragonfire. If they're not shot out of the sky immediately, you can get a nice couple of kills with these, and thanks to that Ghost perk we'll remain undetected while hiding in our little spot. Then once you've gone on a nice little kill streak, you'll be able to call in an AGR. You get the choice of either allowing this thing to roam around on its own, or you've got the choice of controlling it yourself and playing with those cannons and rocket launchers. Either way, it's going to get you a nice selection of kills, and unless anyone on the opposite team's running this engineer setup, they're going to find it pretty difficult to destroy. So equip this engineer setup and have some fun in game hacking enemy pieces of equipment. There's no better feeling than when you hack an enemy bouncing Betty, then it backfires in the enemy's face and gets you a nice free kill. Don't forget you can also use that Black Hat to destroy enemy sentry guns and guardians. It would have been nice if you could have converted those for use for your own team instead of destroying them, but I guess that would have made the Black Hat a little bit too overpowered. Don't forget with both the Black Hat and the engineer perk you can booby trap enemy care packages. So if you get the chance to kill a bad guy waiting for his parcel to arrive, you can steal its contents and leave him a nice surprise for when he comes back. So the level of fun with this class is almost unlimited. I just wish I had the chance to spot a corner camper using that millimeter scanner, then hack his bouncing Betty or Claymore to have it blow back in his face. But unfortunately I never got that opportunity in game. But let me know down in the comments if you managed to get any nice kills or epic moments with this setup. So as always, if you enjoyed my video or like the look of the class, I'd love a thumbs up on this video just to help spread the word. If you've just stumbled across my video through YouTube search, don't forget you can subscribe to stick around for plenty more of these Black Ops 2 class setups. And I also offer my opinions on the various weapons in game over on my Black Ops 2 weapon guides. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.